Hey everyone, it's Ivan, KitBadger.com, here with part 4 of the SHOT Show 2018 rundown. While cruising around SHOT Show, also checked out a bunch of different knife companies, one of which being Benchmade. One of the offerings I was looking at was this kind of really ultra minimalist little knife. Pretty cool. Looks like it would kind of be perfect in the backcountry for backpacking or even like skinning out game, something along those lines, cleaning fish. Kind of all those little general tasks around camp too, and really lightweight, really thin package. Also went by Tops. Tops has some really cool stuff. One of the things I was checking out was their tomahawk hammer type deal. Really cool, all machined out of this one piece. Super sturdy. But I also really liked, I don't remember the model of the knife, but the way they went about it. Lots of times when you have a knife in some sort of Kydex sheath material, you'll put the knife in there and the Kydex sheath comes up over the handle because that's where it creates the friction lock. Well, they kind of went in a different direction by putting these studs just in front of the handle. That way, the Kydex sheath can actually clip on there securely, but when you go to reach for your knife, you can actually get a full grip on the grip of the knife handle, pulling it out rather than having to kind of adjust your grip as you're drawing it out because the sheath's coming over the handle. Speaking of the knives, I also went by the Leatherman as well as the Gerber both. And a while back I did a video on multi-tools. Great tools when you don't have the right tool. But one of the shortcomings I always found was a pry bar. And so I asked the guys at Leatherman, I was like, hey, do you have anything with a pry bar? And he shows me, he's kind of proud of it. He's like, well, we made this flathead screwdriver extra strong so you can pry with it. I'm looking at him like, okay, well, that's a flathead screwdriver, not a pry bar, but good try. And I went by the Gerber booth and I was like, hey, do you guys have anything with actual like pry bar on it? And he was showing me the new center drive multi-tool, and it actually has a little pry bar in it, albeit relatively small, but purpose made for actually prying. It even has a little V-notch in it, so you can actually like pull up nails, I guess if you're uncrating something like that, maybe. But purpose built actually for prying. Actually has an angle so you can actually get some leverage, and I thought that was cool. I'd love to see one kind of more robust and bigger, but good on Gerber for actually doing that. Also at the Gerber booth, which I thought was pretty cool, was their short stack. Essentially these 3 different pieces held together by rare earth magnets, and you take them apart and pretty much field expedient tool for pretty much anything you need to do on an AR platform. I think one of those would be pretty cool, especially back in the Marine Corps, just to have one as a squad leader, be able to take care of any little stuff out in the field. Pretty neat little tool. Something I did see and I'm like, I need that in my life, over at the SureFire booth. I have a SOCOM 762 Mini suppressor, great suppressor used on a bunch of different platforms. One of the issues I have though is putting on my CZ 527 carbine, a little 762 by 39 bolt gun. It ends up gets really hard to get on there sometimes as well as get off because of the carbon building up on the mounting surfaces. So SureFire made these carbon scrapers, essentially this one billet piece with step down inside, and you pretty much just drop it over and rotate it, and it scrapes all the carbon off the mounting surfaces like easily and instantly, which is really cool. And keep in mind, it doesn't go all the way because there's an index notch at the bottom, but you just put it on, twist it, scrapes all the carbon off, and boom, money. Ready to throw that thing on and do some more shooting. Over at the Princeton Tech booth, I got to check out their little Helix lantern, little backcountry lantern. Pretty neat. A lot of different options as far as how you can move the legs, how you can mount it, and it has this little touch switch on it that you can slide and basically like fine-tune, adjust exactly how much light you want this to output. And you can also move it the other direction, create a red light, and it also has strobe function and things along those lines. Pretty neat little package though. And honestly, when I saw it, I was like, I need that for my boys for a nightlight. It would be perfect. But I think it'd be great for a lot of applications actually, to include something to just have in the back of the vehicle, especially if you ever work out of the back of the vehicle. Lots of vehicles, to include older vehicles, don't have good lighting in the back. So to be able to have something like that just in there that you can pull out, illuminate everything you need to do back there, if you're camping out of your vehicle or something like that, I think it'd be a great little solution. There's so much to see at SHOT Show. I ended up stopping in the SilencerCo booth for a minute, checked out their Maxim 9 internally suppressed pistol. Pretty cool little package. Don't know if I'd have a use for one, but Be fun to have, fun to play with. And you also see some random stuff. I ended up seeing this inchworm robot basically crawling down these stairs. I don't remember what the booth was, but it's kind of cool to check out. At any rate, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.